Hello, YouTube, and Twitter and social media and everyone. This is my first video, and I want to introduce myself. I am the Crypto Cowboy, and I want to really share with you guys something that I've come across a couple weeks back. It's a website called Hashflare, and what they do is they do cloud mining for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I believe Zcash as well. And so what you do is you pay for a certain amount of cloud mining power, and you sign a 1-year contract, and for that duration of that contract you'll get a payout, or you could choose to reinvest as well. So what I'll show is kind of my experience. So I started 2 weeks ago with Ethereum, and I bought 130 mega hash of Ethereum for $2,900. At the time, Ethereum was going for about, I think it was about $1,100. So I could have purchased the equivalent of about 2.6, 2.7 Ethereum at the time. So with Ethereum, what I'm doing is I'm getting about 0.014 Ethereum every day. So if you look up here, here's my daily payouts. I haven't really messed around with the pools yet on Ethereum. There's really two things you can choose from. So I've kept that 50-50, but really my revenue per 1 mega hash really hasn't changed much. So until that really declines, I'm going to keep the pool share where it's at. So I'm not reinvesting on Ethereum, but I will be doing on Bitcoin. I'll show you that in a bit. So in the 2 weeks, the 14 payouts that I've received, I've gotten the equivalent of 0.183 Ethereum. That's roughly $200 of today's dollars. I think Ethereum is currently trading for about $1,200, so that's where that comes from. And they're forecasting me to get about almost 5 Ethereum throughout the duration of my contract, so that's about $5,600. I really like Ethereum. I like the long-term aspect of it, and what Hashflare is going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to accumulate more Ethereum than I would have had I just purchased it on day one. And hopefully a year from now, if Ethereum is around $2,500 or so, and that 5 Ethereum that I've effectively mined, will get me about $12,000. So $2,900 to $12,000. That's a solid chunk. That's about 4 times my earnings, so 400% ROI. Now you can withdraw Ethereum balances daily. You don't have to accumulate a certain amount. With Bitcoin, they do require you to have at least 0.05 Bitcoin in order to withdraw currently. Now that might change. I know it's because of the transaction fees that they incur, so I've done Ethereum for 2 weeks now. Really no problems at all. I get my payouts every day around 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. Now 5 days ago I chose to do Bitcoin as well, so you'll see my daily payouts, but I'm doing something a little different here with the Bitcoin. So I started out with 4.5 terahash for $990. I don't plan on putting any more of my own money in, but I do plan on reinvesting for an entire year. So if you recall, Hashflare has a 1-year contract. So by reinvesting for the entire year, I'll have the compounding of my terahash, and I'll show you a spreadsheet that I've created so that on day 366, my starting point for when I start getting actual payouts to distribute out to myself, I'll have a much higher terahash starting balance, which is going to allow me to accumulate money a lot faster. So assuming I do not reinvest, they're forecasting me to get about 0.2 BTC. Today's trade rate of about $12,800 gets me to about $2,700 return on my investment. So that's about 250% ROI. I did mess around with the pool share here. I'm almost entirely in Ant Pool. Ampool currently has the highest percentage of blocks per day, so I have about 55% there. The slush, I have slush pool 35%, and then BTC China about 10%. I messed with this yesterday, and my revenue per 1 terahash actually shot up, so I'm pretty happy about that. But again, I am reinvesting every single day, so the 5 payouts I've gotten has allowed me to get an additional 0.11 terahash. So now I'll show you my spreadsheet. So really what this is going to do, and it's a lot different from what else you'll see out there online and on other YouTubes, is what I take into consideration is the additional days you get cloud mining on each additional reinvestment. So most spreadsheets you'll see is for 365 days. So if you reinvest for 100 days, it's only showing you the payouts for 265 days. What this spreadsheet's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to see what those additional days of cloud mining is going to do for your total ROI. So everything in blue is actual numbers I've received, and these amounts right here really takes the prior day's pool per hash rate, as well as the prior day's maintenance fees, and it comes up with what I'm expecting to get today. So day 6, I should get about almost 60,000 Satoshi before maintenance fees, and after maintenance fees around 4,600 or 46,000 Satoshi. That'll allow me to reinvest another $4.40 or a 20 mega hash. So tomorrow I should have 4.63 terahash. So you'll see every single day I'm increasing my hash rate. So if we get down to day 365, we're at 29 terahash. Now, had I bought 29 terahash currently, it would have cost me almost $6,400. Remember, I've only put in $990, but through the power of compounding, I've been able to increase my terahash to 29 terahash. So on day 366, I lose my initial 4.5 terahash, so I'm down to 24,660. So that's going to get me about $28 a day. Now that's assuming the price of Bitcoin stays the same as it is today. A lot of people see Bitcoin getting to about 50,000 or 100,000. Really the sky's the limit. So if that happens, yeah, the difficulty level would be higher, but my payout each day would be exponentially greater than what it is today. So now, just for simplicity of this model, let's assume the price of Bitcoin stays the same as it is today. So by day 730, so that's 2 years, I would have $6,600 on my initial investment of $990. That's huge. That's an ROI of over 600%. And that's assuming a reinvestment for the entire first year. Now, I'll also show you what would happen if you were to invest for the first 182 days, so for half a year. Now, with that, remember, so for the first half of the year, we get to day 182. I have 11.33 terahash. Now remember, I'll have 11.33 terahash for the remainder of the first year, and then start of the second year, I'll only have my reinvested capital. So after the first year, by day 365, this is reinvesting for half a year. It gets me to almost $2,400. So that's already an ROI of 250%. But remember, so starting day 366, I only have 6.8 terahash. Whereas had I reinvested for the entire year, I would have 24 terahash. So by the end of that last reinvested period, it's day 546, and I would have almost $3,200. So compare that to what Bitcoin were to get me at had I not reinvested at 2761, and then had I reinvested for a year, it gets me to 3186. So that's an additional $400 on my $990 investment. So that's 50% additional ROI by just reinvesting for half a year. Now, I do like the idea of reinvesting for an entire year. It doubles my ROI. So I'll be doing that. I don't plan on increasing my hash rate inorganically, so I don't plan on putting more money into it. I probably will with Ethereum, but for Bitcoin, at least as of right now with the current difficulty levels, I really do like the idea of just using my daily payouts to reinvest, so that, you know, the power of compounding by day 366, I have this large amount on my hash rate. Now, this same Excel spreadsheet, assume I did $3,000 on my first day. I think it would be, so let's go back to Hashflare. So if we were to buy $3,000, so say 2970 would give me 13.5 terahash. So do 2970, 13,500. Now that same example, had we started with 13.5 terahash for roughly $3,000, with a year of reinvestments, by the end of the second year, we're at $20,000. Remember, so the percentage on the return investment is the same, but the amount you're getting back is exponentially greater. And remember, if the price of Bitcoin jumps to 50,000 or 100,000, you could really have a lot of money here. And the same example, had you done the same thing on half a year in investment, that gets you to almost $9,500. So that's, you know, it's some solid chunk of change. So I guess what I wanted to share with you guys was this new calculator. It really takes into consideration the compounding of your reinvestments, and to see what your actual ROI is going to be, not just for 365 days, but for the duration of all your contracts. So, you know, I do plan on, it's my first video, but I do plan on making additional videos once a week at least. But if you want to see my daily progress, please follow me on Twitter. Every single day around 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, I'll go ahead and do screenshots of my daily payouts, and so if you follow me right now, you'll actually be able to see every single day's payouts for both Ethereum and BTC. You know, I just really want to show you guys that, you know, Hashflare is a legit site. They are paying out daily, on time, no issues at all. So I'll continue to do that, and also please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll also have, you know, in addition to Hashflare videos, I do plan on doing you know, altcoins that I love, kind of updates on all that, and yeah. So please follow me. Please push that little bell on the side so you're notified every single time I upload a video. And also, I've also put a referral link on Hashflare in the description section. If you do plan on signing up for Hashflare, please do use my my referral code. It will allow me to, you know, I do get a certain percent of your initial investment, but, you know, it'll allow me to continue to make videos, and I do appreciate it. So again, you know, you can find me on Twitter. It's Crypto Shant, and yeah, have a great weekend, and I look forward to new videos. If you guys have any comments about this current video, please do leave them, and I'll try and update and get better, I guess. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.